Canadian, Chinese.
He's far from China, but not beyond its reach. A young Uyghur too afraid to reveal his identity.
Because Chinese government can track you everywhere.
His is a story of pressure, and he shows us documents he was pushed to send to China. His Canadian address, copies of his ID, and something extraordinary.
And they even got my blood type and DNA.
So how'd this happen? Back home in China, his parents had been approached by police, curious about where he was. The implied threat? Get the information or they might end up in the detention camps.
But
He tells us authorities already had seized his parents' passports so they can't leave China. For him to go back might mean detention.
How will you see your parents again?
I can't see them in other countries.
Not just one man's worries, surveilling, separating families seems part of China's plan. The leaked documents outline how people are to be tracked or refused approval for visas. Some who've left the country arrested the moment they cross the border back. The bulletins note watching people with dual citizenship and point out 5 are Canadian.
Yeah, she spoke to me before.
After 20 years in Canada, Uyghur activist Rukia Turdish is less afraid for herself, but worries deeply about the Uyghur students here who reach out to her for help. Her phone seems a lifeline for them.
Some of them, even the mothers and fathers, force them, okay, so the police bothering me so much, send a power of attorney, write down the letter with the lawyer, just you're not my son anymore, or you're not my daughter anymore.
Beyond the heartbreak of having to disown their parents, some are pressured to return to China, frightened their families will be punished if they don't. Some students just disappear from Canada. Hard to know how many have gone.
At least 6, 7 of them told me. The rest of them didn't tell me because they're so scared. You see the face?
Her burden is to listen and be haunted by things she cannot change. That's Canadian Mehmet Takti's trauma too, and it's personal. This is his mom back in Xinjiang. He last spoke with her in October of 2016 and says it felt like goodbye.
She told me, if we're not able to meet this world, probably hereafter, and do not think too much about us and continue to do what is right for you and take care of yourself.
His fight for justice has felt lonely, but now the proof is out. He wonders what the world will do.
This is the largest abuse of state power since Second World War. If we do not issue a condemnation on this, so what else we will issue as condemnation?